Okay. Child, I need y'all to sit down for this one because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely insane. DJ Akademiks, yes, that Akademiks, Drake's personal media bodyguard, his podcast propaganda machine, his loyal soldier, just got caught in what might be the most embarrassing, pathetic, career-ending scandal in hip-hop media history. And I'm not exaggerating. This man allegedly faked his entire Spotify Wrapped 2024. Let me say that again for the people in the back. He allegedly faked his Spotify Wrapped. And the reason why he did it, it's even more damning than the lie itself. Listen, before we dive into this absolute mess, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel right now because what I'm about to expose is going to have people big mad. And trust me, the Akademiks defenders are going to come for me in the comments. So I need y'all to show this video some love so the truth actually gets seen. All right, loves, let's get into it. Here's what I'm about to prove to you today. DJ Akademiks is so desperate to stay in Drake's good graces after last year's humiliating Kendrick Lamar exposure that he allegedly manipulated, edited, or completely fabricated his 2024 Spotify Wrapped stats to hide the truth. And in doing so, well, he exposed himself as the single most pathetic, compromised figure in hip-hop media history. Honestly, you really can't make this stuff up. Now, I already know the OVO stands and the Akademiks apologists are going to flood my comments like, you're just a hater, you're jealous. Akademiks is just living his life. Sure. But see, we're not going to fall for that gaslighting, are we? Because we can see exactly what's happening here. We can connect the dots. So if you're someone who values integrity, who cares about credibility in media, who's tired of seeing grown men humiliate themselves for their celebrity crushes, then you're in the right place. Make sure you support this channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video so everyone can see what's really going on. All right, loves, let's build the case. To understand why this 2024 Spotify Wrapped situation is so devastating, we need to rewind to December 2023, because that's when this whole mess started. Last year, Akademiks was doing his usual live stream routine, talking about Drake like he's the second coming, dismissing Kendrick Lamar, the usual propaganda, and he decided to show his Spotify Wrapped live on camera. And what do you think was sitting right there at the top of his most played songs list? Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Yikes. Now, for those who don't remember, Not Like Us is the song where Kendrick Lamar absolutely obliterated Drake. I'm talking scorched earth, career questioning, legacy challenging destruction. It's the song where Kendrick called Drake a colonizer, questioned his blackness, exposed his insecurities, and basically said, "You are not one of us." And Akademiks, Drake's loudest defender, had that song on repeat so much that it became his #1 most played track of the entire year. Child, the irony, the absolutely rich irony. So, naturally, the internet lost its mind. People started clowning Akademiks immediately. The memes were brutal. The tweets were ruthless. Everyone was saying the same thing. Like, wait, so you've been defending Drake 24/7, calling Kendrick overrated, dismissing his artistry, but you've been secretly bumping the diss track that destroyed your idol? The hypocrisy was too obvious, too embarrassing, too public. And here's where it gets even messier, loves. Leaning in, quieter, gossipy. Word on the street, and I'm talking multiple sources in hip-hop media circles, is that Drake was absolutely livid when he found out. Allegedly, and I want to be clear, allegedly, Drake stopped responding to Akademiks' messages for weeks. Some insiders even claimed that Akademiks was scrambling behind the scenes, trying to do damage control, explaining himself, basically begging to get back in Drake's good graces. Now, whether that's 100% sure or no, we can't confirm. But what we can confirm is that Akademiks was clearly shook by the backlash. He tried to laugh it off on stream, saying stuff like, Oh, I was just playing it to study the song, or I wanted to see what people were hyping up. Right, because you accidentally stream a song so many times that it becomes your top track of the entire year. Makes total sense. Anywho, fast forward to December 2024. This month, loves. Spotify Wrapped season rolls around again, and if you remember how Akademiks handled it last year, showing it live, being all transparent, you'd expect the same thing this year, right? Wrong. He did not show his Spotify Wrapped live. Instead, he posted a carefully cropped screenshot to his social media with the caption that immediately raised red flags. And child, the internet immediately knew something was off. So let's look at what Akademiks actually posted, because this is where the alleged cover-up begins. He shared a screenshot of his Spotify Wrapped with his top 5 songs, and the caption was telling. He wrote, "Only real on my playlist this year. No bots. Bot era over." I'm sorry, what? First of all, no one was talking about bots in relation to his Wrapped. But the fact that he brought it up unprompted, that's what we call a guilty conscience, loves. It's giving, I didn't steal cookies when nobody even mentioned cookies yet. You know what I mean? But let's break down what he actually claimed his songs for, because this is where it gets absolutely ridiculous. So, number 1, WW3 by Kanye West. Number 2, Wet Motors by NBA Youngboy. Number 3, Somebody Loves Me by Party Next Door and Drake. Number 4, some other forgettable track. Number 5, another random song. Now, let's talk about why this list is suspect. First, WW3 by Kanye West. This is the song that Kanye himself has basically disowned. It's a deleted track. It's not even on streaming platforms in its original form anymore because Kanye went through one of his manic episodes and tried to erase it from existence. So you're telling me that this discarded, disgraced, barely available track was Akademiks' most played song of the entire year? Child, sure, Jen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's giving I deliberately streamed something obscure so people would ask me about it energy. Breaking down Wet Motors. Then we have Wet Motors by NBA Youngboy at number 2. Now listen, I'm not here to disrespect NBA Youngboy's artistry. The man has a fan base, he has talent, he has his lane. But let's be real for a second. DJ Akademiks is a 37 pushing 40-year-old man, and NBA Youngboy is 26, making music primarily for teenagers and early 20-somethings going through relationship drama and street struggles. The fact that this is Akademiks' number 2 most played song, it's weird, loves. I'm sorry, but it's weird. Critics online have been dragging him for this, saying things like, "Why is a 40-year-old man obsessed with Youngboy? That's concerning." Or, "This man has the music taste of a 16-year-old with anger issues." I mean, they're not wrong. Breaking down the Drake song. And then we have Somebody Loves Me by Party Next Door and Drake at number 3. Now this is the most transparent part of the whole charade, because what is this song doing here? It's not a massive hit, it's not a cultural moment, it's not even one of Drake's top tracks from this year. But it's conveniently placed in his top 5 to prove his loyalty to Drake. See, guys, I do listen to Drake. I'm a real fan. Please believe me. Drake, if you're watching, I still love you. Child, the desperation. The smoking gun. Kendrick Lamar's absence. But here's the biggest red flag of all, loves. The one that has the entire internet in detective mode. Kendrick Lamar is completely missing from his 2024 Wrapped. Not in his top 5 songs. Not in his top artists. Nowhere. After last year, when Not Like Us was his number 1 song, after Kendrick dominated 2024 with one of the biggest hip-hop moments in years, you're telling me Akademiks who clearly love that song enough to play it obsessively in 2023 just Stop listening entirely in 2024? Please. This is where people start saying, okay, something is definitely not adding up here. So naturally, the internet put on its detective hat and started coming up with theories about what actually happened. And loves, these theories range from mildly shady to absolutely diabolical. Let me walk you through them. Theory number 1, the Photoshop. Theory number 1, Akademiks straight up photoshopped a Spotify Wrapped, meaning he took a screenshot, opened it in an editing app, and manually changed the song titles and artists to fit the narrative he wanted to present. Now, is there hard evidence of this? No, but fans have been analyzing the screenshot forensically, looking at font sizes, spacing, image quality, pixel discrepancies, the whole 9 yards. And some people are claiming they found inconsistencies that suggest editing. Allegedly. I want to be clear. Allegedly. Theory number 2, the burner account. Theory number 2, Akademiks used a burner Spotify account to create fake stats. So the idea here is that he has his real account where he actually listens to music, probably still bumping Not Like Us on repeat, let's be honest. And then he has a second account where he deliberately streams specific songs over and over to manipulate the algorithm and create a Wrapped that looks more acceptable. And then he screenshot that one and posted it like it was his real account. Now, if that's true, that is absolutely insane levels of dedication to a lie. Like, imagine sitting there for months streaming trash music on a burner account just so you don't have to admit you liked Kendrick Lamar? The psychological damage that requires. And then there's theory number 3, which might be the most sad of all. Some people think Akademiks, after last year's embarrassment, made a conscious decision to only stream certain songs this year, meaning he literally forced himself not to listen to Kendrick, even if he wanted to, and instead put on NBA YoungBoy in random Kanye tracks 24/7 just to manipulate his own rap stats. Like, imagine being so insecure, so desperate to prove your loyalty, that you can't even listen to music you actually enjoy anymore. But it's not a flex, loves. That's a cry for help. But wait, because it somehow gets better. In the screenshot Akademiks posted, eagle-eyed fans noticed something hilarious in the top corner of his phone screen. A DoorDash notification. I'm not joking, the man posted alleged fake Spotify stats, and people are more focused on the fact that he's apparently ordering food 24/7. The memes immediately started rolling in. DJ Akademiks, DoorDash Hall of Famer. Man, it really said, let me fake my Wrapped real quick before my wings get here. And, oh, he's streaming trash music and trash food. I mean, the internet is ruthless, loves, absolutely ruthless. Breaking down Wet Motors. Then we have Wet Motors by NBA YoungBoy at number 2. Now listen, I'm not here to disrespect NBA YoungBoy's artistry. The man has a fan base, he has talent, he has his lane. But let's be real for a second. DJ Akademiks is a 37 pushing 40-year-old man. And NBA YoungBoy is 26 years old, making music primarily for teenagers and early 20-somethings, going through relationship drama and street struggles. The fact that this is Akademiks' number 2 most played song, it's weird, loves. I'm sorry, but it's weird. Critics online have been dragging him for this, saying things like, why is a 40-year-old man obsessed with YoungBoy? That's concerning. Or, this man has the music taste of a 16-year-old with anger issues. They're not wrong. Breaking down the Drake song. And then we have Somebody Loves Me by Party Next Door and Drake at number 3. Now, this is the most transparent part of the whole charade. Because what is the song doing here? It's not a massive hit. It's not a cultural moment. It's not even one of Drake's top tracks from this year. But it's conveniently placed in his top 5 to prove his loyalty to Drake. See, guys, I do listen to Drake. I'm a real fan. Please believe me. Drake, if you're watching, I still love you. Child, the desperation. The smoking gun. Kendrick Lamar's absence. But here's the biggest red flag of all, Lopes, the one that has the entire internet in detective mode. Kendrick Lamar is completely missing from his 2024 Wrapped. Not in his top 5 songs, not in his top artists, nowhere. After last year, when Not Like Us was his #1 song, after Kendrick dominated 2024 with one of the biggest hip-hop moments in years, you're telling me Akademiks, who clearly loved that song enough to play it obsessively in 2023, just stopped listening entirely in 2024? Please. This is where people started saying, okay, something is definitely not adding up here. So, naturally, the internet put on its detective hat and started coming up with theories about what actually happened. In Loves, these theories range from mildly shady to absolutely diabolical. Let me walk you through them. So, theory number 1. Akademiks straight up photoshopped his Spotify Wrapped. Meaning he took a screenshot, opened it in an editing app, and manually changed the song titles and artists to fit the narrative he wanted 2%. No. Is there hard evidence of this? No. But fans have been analyzing the screenshot forensically, looking at font sizes, spacing, image quality, pixel discrepancies, the whole 9 yards. And some people are claiming they've found inconsistencies that suggest editing. Allegedly, I want to be clear, allegedly. Theory number 2, the burner account. So the idea here is that Akademiks has his real account where he actually listens to music, probably still bumping Not Like Us on repeat, let's be honest. And then he has a second account where he deliberately streams specific songs over and over to manipulate the algorithm and create a Wrapped that looks more acceptable. And then he screenshot that one and posted it like it was his real account. Now, if that's true, that is absolutely insane levels of dedication to a lie. Like, imagine sitting there for months streaming trash music on a burner account just so you don't have to admit you like Kendrick Lamar. The psychological damage that requires is truly... And then there's theory number 3, which might be the most sad of all. Some people think Akademiks, after last year's embarrassment, made a conscious decision to only scream certain songs this year. Meaning he literally forced himself to not listen to Kendrick, even if he wanted to, and instead put on NBA Youngboy and random KO's tracks 24/7, just to manipulate his own rap stats. Like, imagine being so insecure, so desperate to prove your loyalty that you can't even listen to music you actually enjoy anymore. That's not a flex, loves. That's a cry for help. But wait, because it somehow gets better. In the screenshot Akademiks posted, eagle-eyed fans noticed something hilarious in the top quarter of his phone screen. A DoorDash notification. I'm not joking. The man posted alleged fake Spotify Wrapped stats, and people are more focused on the fact that he's apparently ordering food 24/7. The memes immediately started rolling in. DJ Akademiks, DoorDash Hall of Famer. Man really said, let me fake my Wrapped real quick before my wings get here. He's streaming trash music and trash food. I mean, the internet is ruthless, loves. Absolutely ruthless. And speaking of the internet, let's talk about how people actually responded to this whole situation because the reactions were immediate and brutal. People were tweeting things like, "This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen from a grown man. He's literally destroying his career to keep Drake happy. Pathetic. Kendrick Lamar lives rent-free in this man's head. He's terrified. The DoorDash notification is the cherry on top of this disaster." And honestly, they're not wrong. This whole thing has become a massive meme, and Akademiks is the punchline. Credibility crisis, the bigger issue. But let's zoom out for a second, Les, because this isn't just about a fake Spotify Wrapped. This is about credibility. DJ Akademiks has built his entire career on being a hip-hop commentator and media personality. People come to him, whether they agree with him or not, for his takes on music, culture, and the industry. But if he's willing to allegedly lie about something as simple as his music taste to protect his relationship with Drake, what else is he lying about? What other narratives has he manipulated? What other stories has he bent to fit his agenda? This is why people are questioning everything he's ever said about hip-hop. Because if you can't even be honest about what songs you listen to, how can anyone trust your commentary on complex industry issues? The Drake puppet theory. And this brings us to the conspiracy that's been floating around for years, but is now getting serious traction. That DJ Akademiks is not an independent media personality. He's Drake's puppet, his propaganda machine, his narrative controller, his attack dog. And the Spotify Wrapped situation, it's the proof. Now, think about it. Industry insiders have been whispering for years that Drake's team uses Akademiks to push narratives, discredit rivals, and control media perception. Whenever Drake has beef, Akademiks is the first one online defending him, spinning stories, attacking the other side. Whenever Drake drops music, Akademiks is calling it an album of the year before it even finishes playing. And now, when his Spotify Wrapped threatens to expose that he secretly loves Kendrick Lamar, Drake's biggest rival, he allegedly fakes it to stay in line. If that's not a puppet, I don't know what is. The age issue, a deeper concern. And can we talk about the age thing for a second? Because this is something people have been bringing up a lot, and it's honestly kind of disturbing when you think about it. Serious tone. DJ Akademiks is pushing 40 years old. And his number one artist is NBA Youngboy, who is 26 and makes music about reckless, immature, often toxic situations. What does that say about his maturity level, his emotional development, his ability to provide thoughtful, mature commentary on complex issues? People online have been saying things like reading a 40-year-old man bumping Youngboy nonstop is a red flag. Or, this explains why his takes are always so immature and surface level. And honestly, when you look at his behavior, the constant drama, the internet beefs, the inability to take criticism, it does start to make sense. The deleted evidence claims. Now here's where things get even shadier, loves. Multiple people on social media have claimed, and again I'm saying claimed, that they saw different versions of Akademiks' Wrapped screenshot before he settled on the final one he posted. Meaning, allegedly, he posted one version, deleted it, edited it, and posted another version. Now, I haven't personally seen these alleged earlier versions, and without concrete proof, we have to take these claims with a grain of salt. But if it's true, pause. That would be damning evidence that he was actively workshopping his fake rap to make it look believable. Like, imagine sitting there going, no, this song choice looks too obvious. Let me swap it out. Oh wait, I need more Drake on here. Okay, let me adjust. The level of insecurity and deception that would require. Like, media manipulation, the bigger picture. All right, loves, let's step back and talk about what the situation reveals about media manipulation in hip-hop, because this isn't just about DJ Akademiks being embarrassing, though he absolutely is. This is about how narratives get controlled in the industry. Drake is one of the biggest artists in the world. He has immense power, immense influence, and an army of people working to protect his image. And part of that army is media personalities who are willing to bend the truth, attack his rivals, and manipulate public perception to keep him on top. DJ Akademiks is just the most obvious example. But think about how many other media figures might be doing the same thing, just more quietly, more carefully. How many takes are we hearing that are actually just paid narratives disguised as independent commentary? Pause. This Spotify Wrapped situation pulled back the curtain, and what we saw underneath was not pretty. The psychological toll, and honestly, loves, this whole thing is kind of sad. Like, imagine being so desperate for a celebrity's approval, someone who probably doesn't even think about you outside of when you're useful, that you're willing to humiliate yourself publicly, that you're willing to lie about something as personal as your music taste, that you're willing to compromise your credibility, your integrity, your self-respect. There is something deeply broken about that dynamic. And some fans, believe it or not, have started to wonder if Akademiks actually wanted to get caught. Like maybe subconsciously, he's so exhausted from playing this role, from being Drake's yes man, from hiding who he really is, that he sabotaged himself on purpose. Now, I don't know if I fully buy that theory, but it's interesting to think about. The friendship dynamic, because let's be real about what this relationship between Drake and Akademiks actually is. It's not a friendship. Friends don't make you humiliate yourself to prove loyalty. It's not a mentorship. Mentors don't use you as a propaganda tool and discard you when you're no longer useful. This is a transactional relationship. Drake gets positive press and narrative control. Akademiks gets proximity to fame and access to insider information. But the second Akademiks steps out of line, like when he accidentally revealed his Kendrick obsession last year, that access gets threatened. Pause. An Akademiks scrambles to fix it because his entire identity is wrapped up in being Drake's guy. That's not power, loves. That's dependency. The Kendrick factor, and we have to talk about Kendrick Lamar in all of this because he is absolutely central to why this scandal matters. Kendrick is living rent-free in both Drake's head and Akademiks' head. Not Like Us wasn't just a diss track, it was a cultural moment. It exposed insecurities, it questioned legitimacy, it drew a line in the sand and said, this is what real hip-hop is, and you're not it. And clearly, that message hit so hard that even Akademiks, who makes a living defending Drake, couldn't stop listening to it. That's the power of great art, loves. It transcends bias. It gets under your skin whether you want to or not. And the fact that Akademiks has to feel like he has to hide that he was affected by Kendrick's artistry, that tells you everything you need to know about who won that battle. The industry reaction. Now, it's worth noting that other people in hip-hop media have been mostly quiet about this situation. And that's interesting, isn't it? You'd think if this was just a funny, harmless mistake, people would be clouding Akademiks openly and moving on. But the silence from certain corners suggests that maybe people are uncomfortable calling this out because they're in similar relationships with other artists. Nobody wants to throw stones when they're living in glass houses, if you know what I mean. There have been a few people who subtly shaded the situation, a cryptic tweet here, and knowing luck during a podcast there. But for the most part, the industry is letting the fans do the dragging. And trust me, the fans are doing more than enough. The Spotify Wrapped culture. This whole situation also highlights something interesting about the Spotify Wrapped culture in general. Like, when did our music listening habits become a performance? Spotify Wrapped started as a fun way to reflect on what you listen to throughout the year. But now it's become this thing where people curate their listening specifically to look a certain way when December rolls around. Oh, I need to make sure I have the right artist in my top 5 so people think I have good taste. Oh, I can't let people know I secretly love Taylor Swift because I talk about being a hip-hop purist. And DJ Akademiks took that insecurity to the extreme. He allegedly faked his entire rap because he couldn't handle the social consequences of being honest about his music taste. That's genuinely concerning behavior, loves. And on a lighter note, let's just acknowledge that the memes that have come out of this are absolutely iconic. The DoorDash jokes alone have provided days of entertainment. People were making edits of Akademiks as a DoorDash driver. They're making fake Spotify rap templates with nothing but chicken wings and pizza listed as their top artists. Someone made a fake Young Boy album cover with Akademiks space photoshopped on it titled Wet Motors, the Akademiks story. I mean, the internet is absolutely merciless, and these memes, they're gonna follow Akademiks for years. Every time Spotify rap season comes around, people are going to be like, hey, remember when Akademiks faked his stats? Let's see what he posts this year. That's his legacy now, loves. That's what he'll be remembered for. What happens next? So the big question everyone's asking is, what happens now? Does Drake finally cut ties with Akademiks? Does Akademiks address the allegations directly? Does he just ignore it and hope it blows over? Honestly, I think he's going to try the ignore strategy. Because the more he talks about it, the more people are going to dig, the more evidence they're going to look for, the more memes they're going to make. His best bet is to stay quiet, let the news cycle move on, and hope something bigger happens in hip-hop to distract everyone. But the damage is done, loves. His credibility is shot, his reputation is in the gutter, and every time he defends Drake from now on, people are going to be like, is that your opinion, or did Drake tell you to say that? He's a joke now, and that's really hard to come back from. The lesson here, if there's a lesson to be learned from all of this, it's pretty simple. Don't compromise your integrity for proximity to fame. Don't lie about who you are to please someone who doesn't actually care about you. And for the love of God, don't fake your Spotify Wrapped because the internet will get you. Like, how did Akademiks think this was going to go? Did he really think millions of people were just going to accept his screenshot without question? Did he forget that the internet is full of people who have nothing better to do than analyze pixels and compare screenshots? The hubris. The absolute hubris. So yeah, loves, to bring this all together, DJ Akademiks allegedly faked his Spotify Rap 2024 to hide the fact that he probably still listens to Kendrick Lamar, the very artist he publicly dismisses, because he's terrified of losing his spot as Drake's media lapdog. In doing so, he exposed himself as someone with zero integrity, zero credibility, and zero self-respect. He chose a lie over the truth because the truth was inconvenient for his parasocial relationship with a celebrity who probably doesn't even have his number saved. And now the entire internet is clanning him, his reputation is destroyed, and he's become a cautionary tale about what happens when you sell your soul for proximity to fame. It's honestly one of the most pathetic things I've seen in hip-hop media in a long time. But here's what I want to know from you, loves. Do you think DJ Akademiks actually faked him Spotify Wrapped, or do you think this is all just internet conspiracy? Do you think Drake is going to address this, or is he just going to quietly distance himself? And honestly, do you think Akademiks can ever recover his credibility after this? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below because this conversation is far from over. And trust me, there are strong opinions on both sides of this. All right, loves, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss when I cover the next messy drama in hip-hop. Because trust me, there is always something. Share this video with your friends who follow hip-hop drama because they need to know what's happening. And drop a comment letting me know what you think about this whole situation. I read every single one, and I love hearing your perspectives. Also, stay tuned because next week I'm diving into the craziest celebrity breakup of the year. And the behind-the-scenes details are wild. You do not want to miss it. All right, loves, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Stay messy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, and music fades in.